We're at the beautiful and famous Yongpyong Resort for this, the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Timothy Lowe here, good to have your company this Friday afternoon for day one of this 54-hole championship. Im Jin Hee set the course alight this morning. A sparkling round of 67. Unfortunately, a bogey on her last hole, but still she's not going to complain with a two-shot advantage. 5 under par sets the pace. Lee Ga-young lost in a playoff a year ago. She opened up with a round of 70. Kim Hae-rim looking to defend the championship. She won in a playoff just 12 months ago. 65 was the low round on day one last year. Hwang Jung-mi opened with a 66 last year. Just the 2 under par round of 70 this afternoon. Already 10.7 billion Korean won dispersed through the first dozen events of the 2022 season. These are the afternoon featured groups that we'll be keeping an eye on for play this Friday. Sung Yoo-jin not off to the best of starts. 3 over par. Through the turn for the 21-year-old. Winner earlier this year at Bears Best at Cheongna at the Lotte Ladies Championship. Currently sits 17th on the KLPGA points list. She's playing in the company of Lee Yi-won, the super rookie, and another rookie, Kwon Seo-yeon. Third on the Rookie of the Year points race. Only missed 2 cuts this year. That long range putt not going to drop for Kwon Seo-yeon, 20-year-old. Turn 21 in just a couple of days' time on the 10th of July. Runner-up finish at Rainbow Hills. Her best finish on the KLPGA Tour in this rookie season. Only 2 missed cuts so far this year. This is Lee Yi-won, the runaway leader at the top of the Rookie of the Year points race. She sits 6th on the KLPGA money list, 7th on the points list. Not a cut missed, over 318 million Korean won banked. She has been tremendously impressive in a KLPGA Tour debut. This to turn in 2 under par 34. Snaps really hard left at the hole. Haven't seen a single player get it right so far. Just wide right for Lee Yi-won. Best finish of the year coming at the Doosan match play. Dumped out at the finals by certain Hong Jung-min. Best stroke play finish of the year coming at the Lotte Championship at Bears Best. Now out to the back 9 and Ma Da-som, another one of the rookie class of 2022, trying to get to 2 under par. Oh, just running out of steam as it got to the hole. She's currently 2nd on the rookie points list. The only miscut of the year, well, a withdrawal last week at the BC Card Han-kyung Ladies Cup. To round out the rookie class, this is Yoon Ina. Just made the turn at 1 under. Going along steadily today. Just 18 years of age. Coming up short at the 10th. She sits 4th on that Rookie of the Year points race. What a 2022 class of rookies we are enjoying on the KLPGA Tour. Now, Seo-yeon, a little bit more in this than she would have liked, coming back for her par. Don't think this will do too much break-wise. To keep it inside the hole with good pace. Was 1 under par through 4 before a really ugly double bogey 7 at the 7th. Yep, No problems. There still is time. She'll turn in 1 over par 37, and really, that's only 6 shots off the 5 under pace of Im Jin Hee. Park Gi-yeol. A long time since she was a rookie, but she's enjoying a great start through the first dozen events of 2022. She's level par on the par 3 12. Today pretty much smack in the middle of the green. Big bunker on the right to avoid. She just clears it. Could have done with an extra club there for Park Gi-yeol, but she's safely on the green. Prize purse up for grabs this week at the Birch Hill course at Yongpyong. It's a big shiny trophy. Lots of ranking points as well. Song. Leaning like that one's leaking right. Oh, and that finds the big trap to the right of this 12th green. Not a terrible spot with today's hole location. She's got plenty of green to play with. That's a bit of a loose one from the 22-year-old. Jang Hana, prolific winner on the KLPGA Tour, has 5 LPGA Tour victories to her resume as well, but it's really been a very forgettable 2022 for the 30-year-old thus far, and she's 3 over the card this opening round. This finish of the year, came 3rd at the Nexen Masters. Kim Hae-gayan, 3rd event of the year, missed the cut last week at Fortune Hills. And okay, it's a decent strike from 159 meters. Foreign territory on the money list this year. 33rd, hasn't even made over 100 million Korean won, and that's surprising for a player of her caliber. Back to 10, and Yoon Ina is pitching up this steep bank. Everything runs away once it hits the green. Just left it in the bad spot, short of that 10th green. What a brilliant pitch, and Ina now under pressure to remain in red figures. Song. 4 meters left to the 11th, just a pitching wedge. It's in the front right corner of the green today. That is a very nicely played shot by Ha-Min Song. Lone win coming at the Bogner NBN Ladies Open a couple years ago. Having a pretty steady start to 2022 herself. Now Ina, the comebacker for a par. Look, at least a cut right. It's downhill to start, and it just starts to peel back uphill at the end. Turn back that much. Excuse me, that was a birdie putt on the par 5, so just a par for Yoon Ina. Tidy stuff. The teenage rookie has really impressed and turned a lot of heads the debut season in the Premier Circuit in South Korean women's golf. To the 11th, Ko Ji-yu. Great week last week at Fortune Hills, able to replicate that form this week thus far. But That birdie is going to help. Nicely done from Ko Ji-yu. Opens her account today. Delightful stuff from the 19-year-old who sits 5th on the Rookie of the Year points race. Long bunker shot from Som. Got a slight uphill lie. That should help. Give this a good thump. Can't see the bottom of the flagstick from that deep bunker. Looks like she wasn't in the bunker, perhaps just on the grass tongue. And if that's the case, that's a bit unlucky for Som. So she just stabbed that one. No sand splashed out. Now, under a bit of pressure to save a par. Well, it is a ski resort in the winter. Yongpyong. It's a popular wedding resort, a wedding destination, I should say, in the spring. A certain Indy Park tied the knot just off the 7th green a couple of years ago. But that is the state of affairs at the peak of the leaderboard. Last year's BC Card Hankyong Ladies Cup champion Im Jin-hee setting the pace after her opening 67. Park Gi-yeol can still make inroads, although she'll have to exercise some touch here from the lower level of the 12th green. Up and over this little rise, everything moves to her left. It should straighten out when he gets to the hole. That one just misjudging the break slightly. Good for pace though for Park Gi-yeol. 26-year-old who does have a title to her name. 2018 Sokyong Networks Ladies Classic. Lost a card for the first time in her career at the end of 2021. Not threatening the drop zone of the top 60 at the end of the year so far this season. Now, Ha-min Song. It's a wonderful second shot. Yes, to get to 1 under par. Oh, she knew that was just lacking a bit of conviction. Oh, we say it every week. Funny old game. Ko Ji-yu drops a long one in. Ha-min Song, beautiful second shot, but can't make a birdie. Still level par through 11 holes. Hana putting from the opposite side of Gi-yeol, so this one sweeps around from right to left. Steady on, Jang Hana. Just hasn't quite been a spring in her step. The lady who's won 14 times on home soil, in over 5 billion Korean won in her career. The winningest player on the domestic tours, male or female. Sang Hyun on the men's side has made just under 5 billion in his career. And he's a couple years older. To a prodigious talent. The one has been very impressive this season. KL PGA Tour. So technically sound as well. Really, not too many faults in that game. She starts to hold putts. Look out, she's turned in 1 under par 35 with the par 5/10 up next. She's leaning just a fraction right, perhaps. I think that should grab a piece of the fairway. Also can't tell from that camera angle with that huge mound in the way, but it's fine. Top 10s already this year, and an 11th place finish for Lee Won. Let's see if Liu Jin can right the ship. It's not from It's reachable in 2, this 10th today, provided you find the fairway. That looks to have done just that. Two runner-up finishers on tour this year, as I was mentioning, at the next Sensate Night Masters and again at the Korea Women's Open. Two talented rookies, Yon and Yiwon. They've been running away. A lot of distance between them at the top of that Rookie of the Year points race. A lot of money banked between the pair of them as well. So they start down the hill to the 10th fairway to begin their inward trek at Birch Hill. Par putt for Mada Som. Pretty quick towards the end, and oh, in it goes. Bit lucky with that one, caught the flagstick. Bit unlucky with the tee shot, so I suppose you could say all's fair in love and war, and Mada Som will sign a 3 next to her scorecard on the 12th. Well done. If this one doesn't go in, I guarantee you there's not going to be a smile on the face of Jang Hana. This for par. It's a little tester. Outside left edge. Okay, well done. That score tells a sad tale. Hana, 3 over par through 12 holes on day 1. Gio, for her part, okay, 3 different ways to make par at the 12th. No harm done for the group of Park Gio, Mada Som and Jang Hana. Well, scoring has been decent so far, but no one's enjoyed her trek around Birch Hill more than Im Jin Hee. Last year's Hankyong Ladies Cup champion sets the pace. After an opening round of 67 this morning, Im Jin Hee leads by 2. That's a very nicely played shot into the 11th. Solid stuff there. For Ko Ji-yu. Nice shots from Kim Min-ju and Lee Seong-yeon into 11. We'll see if Yoon Ina can follow them in. Huge tee shot from the rookie. Only a flick of a wedge in hand. Sung Yoo-jin had to lay up with her second shot at the par 5 10th. This now her third. Pin's cut just over a little mound. Essential to get it past that big ridge to give yourself a good look at birdie. Ooh, that's a bit unlucky. Took a big kick and it actually releases through the green for Sung Yoo Jin. So problems this Friday afternoon continue for the Lotte Open champion. A hole further ahead. We find the 3-ball of Kim Min-joo, Seong Yeon, and Yoon Ina. Min-joo is 1 over par, Seong Yeon level, and this young lady traveling along well. 3 birdies round the turn. One slipped away from her at the 10, but she's still 1 under par. Only 75 meters left. The sand wedge to this front right hole location. Very good from Yoon Ina. Look at that. Well, I said one got away at the 10th. Oh, she picked up 2 at the 11th. Brilliant shot from the 18-year-old. That's one way to vault up into a share of second. Have another look at this. 75 meters, accessible hole. Throw it past with a bit of spin. And watch it drop. Yoon Ina. Just like that. To 3 under par. That's some stellar stuff. Seong Yeon and Min-joo both hit pretty good shots. I think it's safe to say Ina's just trumped them. Hopefully it's time to kick off now. Great view from the back of the 10th green. You look up back towards the clubhouse. Tee box, unreachable par 5 for a number of players. Just in the bunker short. The par 5 is really 1. It's a long bunker shot. There's green to play with, but it's a bit slopey as well. I suspect you want to play this a little bit more straight face. Don't open that club face up so much. Let's play like a flighted chunk and run. Not too much ball there. It's a bit of grab and it's a good break. If she had taken that a little bit further right, she could be down where the playing partner Seong Yeon was. But the lady ascending the leaderboard right now, courtesy of a hole out 2. Yoon Ina, how about that? You think about where she was in 2 at the 10. She could so easily be at 4 under par at this point, but I don't think she's going to complain. We'll keep that ball. Very nicely done. Back to 10. Seong Yeon. A couple of options here. Carry it onto the crest of that little dimple and have it release down to the ball when the hole is cut. Does she want to play one off the back foot? Try and drive one into the face of that slope and have it skip over. Which looks like she's going for that second option. The percentage play. For that one to sit down. It goes scuttling away. Hold there. She's making a bit of a meal of this scoreable par 5, Lee Seong Yeon. Birdie today. Yoon Ina. Shot at the 12. It's a 6 iron from 159. Pins in the middle. It's not the easiest to get to. Right at the top of the ledge. She's leaning right. There's a bunker there. Is it going to grab a piece of the green? No. It's going to bounce. It's carried the bunker. That's actually okay. It's not on the putting surface. A fairly flat line, not too difficult of a chip left. Kwon Seo-yeon back at 10. Just pitching on that downslope, really had no chance. She's done well from there. Settle down, settle down. Okay. Coming back at the 4th. Kwon Seo-yeon without 1 over par 37. Back in 2019 she did. There's a single cut on the Dream Tour last season. Won twice on the Jump Tour. Had 9 top 10s on the Dream Tour last year, including 2 out of 2 main cuts and sponsors' invite to the KLPGA Tour. Didn't finish outside the top 25. Only 2 starts on the big stage. She's putting from the left fringe on the 10th. So it bobbles through the fringe. It should be fairly speedy the first third of the putt, then flattens out when he gets to the cup. Just trickling on a little bit for Lee Yuan. It was a positive putt. But when you don't make positive putts, you've got to deal with those uncomfortable comebackers. If there has been one hole in her game this year, this rookie season I should say, it's been that club in her hand, but we're nitpicking really. Now up to the 54-hole specialist, Ji Han So, twice a winner, both in 3-round events. It's a 3-round event this week. 19 left, but coming out of the rough. So have to stop it to this front right pin. You can see she tried to land that one short, have it skip up. It's too far short. Now it's an awkward little pitch left. Just dove straight down for Hansel. Par putt left for Sung Yoo Jin. 10th. Already 3 over the card. Don't want to be dropping shots on par 5s. It's early in the championship, but this is a must-make. Trying to preserve any sort of momentum. No, not going to drop. And the Lotte Open champion in all kinds of trouble. This opening round at the Yongpyong Resort. Pitching across the green here at 13. Yeah. Lovely touch from Ma Da-song. And all the help she can get. She wants to challenge Lee Yuan for that Rookie of the Year honor. Song earned last season's Rookie of the Year, not in the field this week. And then there is the runner-up, Jung Min, who collected her first title at the Doosan Match Play about a month and a half ago. Kwang Seo Yeon for her birdie. Back up the hill. Pretty straightforward putt, but ooh, that one was wide for Kwang Seo Yeon. So club face wide open here. Slide that, release that right hand through. Slide the club under the ball. Pop out high and soft. Still going to release a touch. She'll have to land this about 2-3 yards past the fringe. Just carried that a touch too far. Hansel. Year's E1 Charity Open. Ina Libri finding the bunker. Looks to be sitting down just a fraction, so not going to be able to get any spin on this. And it's about 4 yards past the fringe, and then scuttle out. Just like that. So important after holding out like she did on 11 to consolidate that eagle. Even if she'd made a birdie, you don't want to be giving up strokes right after you pick them up. Momentum preservation, so very important in the professional game. E1, Little tester for her par. Nice and stable she is over the ball. No peaking, no excessive movement. Well done. Not a birdie, but Lee won with the par. Stays 1 under for the championship. Unfortunately for Sung Yujin, she's going to be heading to the 11th tee at 4 over par, even if this one drops. Bogey 6 for Sung Yujin. A bit of a mixed bag this year. With 2 other top 10s, including that victory at Bears Best. To tidy up for her 5. Well done. Mr. Gut at the season opener on Jeju Island at Sky Hill. It's been all very solid since for Kwon Seo Yeon. They march off to the par 3 12. We'll take you back to the par 4 11th tee. Stretches out to 369 meters, but it does play slightly downhill, so not to its full yardage. Penalty area on the right, really not going to come into play for these ladies. Fairway, not really a sliver, but not really a large target as well. Once you do find the fairway, you can get a bit of a fast track kick down to where we saw Lee won. It's a long green, this 11th. It's almost 50 yards long. Only using the front section of the green today, though. 10 on, 5 from the right. You find the fairway, you're thinking 3 at this par 4. A great view from behind the tee and a great look at the swing of Lee E1. Watch the shoulder turn. Very good. So many South Koreans technically sound. Although that one, yeah, just grabs a piece of the fairway. No problems for Lee E1. Ina for her 3, up ahead at 12. Inside right edge. Yeah, well done. Good up and down. Lee 1 keeps her in that 4-way tie for second at 3 under par. Of course, the 3 compatriots at that number already done and dusted for the day. Eugene. See what I mean with that fairway. It's not the widest target in the world, but if you stray off it, you have to hit a really poor shot to threaten any of the trouble. Oh, this one's starting left. Is it cutting back? No, it's not. I suppose if you are going to miss that fairway with the whole location today, you'd rather miss it just a fraction left. Yeah, it's just been a little bit sloppy from Sung Yujin so far today. Seo Yeon. Straight down the pipe for Kwon Seo Yeon. Excellent tee shot. She and Lee Won will be able to be aggressive with their second shots playing out of the fairway. Head to the green. Our first look today at Lee So-mi as this 35-footer to get to under par for the first time this week. Oh no, not going to drop for Lee So-mi. Was 1 over through 6, did birdie the 7th, all pars other than that. The 5-time KLPGA Tour champion. He's up at the Lotte Open in Hawaii on the LPGA Tour earlier on this year. After a very respectable defense of her title at the Lotte Rent-A-Car Ladies Open. Finishing just a shot behind Chang Soo-yeon. side, So-mi. This is Lee Chae-yun. He's under pressure to stay at full par. Drifting wide. I mean, you think that ball has to move back to the left. Just wandered right, stayed right. So the second drop shot of the afternoon will take Lee Chae-yun to 1 over par. Jihan So learned anything from that. So often when you play golf, greens, slopes, they tend to break towards collection areas, or in this case, penalty areas. So your mind wants to say this ball goes right to left, but as we saw from the green grid earlier on, there is a little mound in the front right section of the green, just where the small of Hanso's back is right now as we look at it. What we saw from Lee Chae-yun 2's putt is that does influence the ball quite a bit. So this looks to be an outside left edge putt for Jihan So. And that grabs a piece of the left lip. Jihan So, a great escape there to keep the scorecard clean. Nice up and down par with the two-time KLPGA Tour champion at the 11th. The 13th, short par 4, so just a 9 in hand, playing for position. It's got all the way back today, so it really shouldn't be a problem if you stray into the rough, although that one nestled into some very luscious looking rough. Have to see what kind of option she has from there. Back to the 11th, and the second shot of Lee Won. 2 meters left. And okay. Don't think she meant to land it that short, but she'll certainly take it. Got a nice big kick. That's a chance to get to 2 under for Lee Won. Kwon middle of the fairway. Ideal angle to be attacking. Looks to have pulled this just a fraction. Just smothered it a touch. It's okay. It's an outside chance for a 3. Bit of a pedestrian shot from a good spot. Up on 12, Hanso. Haven't seen too many birdies at the 12 so far today. In fact, although that's a pretty good look to make it 6 on the day. 159 meter par 3. Lovely tee shot from Jihan So. Very difficult to get it in that section. Giel to get into red figures up at the 14th. And go into red figures she will. But Giel, a nice curling putt, drops for her at the 14th. Gets into a share of 15th at 1 under par. It's all happening here at the Yongpyong Resort, the Birch Hill course, home to the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Yun Ina, courtesy of a hole out 3 at the 11th, now finds herself just 2 shots behind the tournament leader, Im Jin Hee. just off the front of the green for Sung Yoo Jin at 11. Gouged it out of the heavy rough up the left-hand side of the fairway. Left herself in a handy spot though. It's a fairly makeable chip. Something start going her way. 4 over par. Come on. Come on. Oh, just half a roll short for Sung Yoo Jin. Just a par at 11. This is the 13th event of the 2022 KLPGA Tour season. Still 3 major championships and the Financial Group Championship at Poach and Adonis to come. 32 billion Korean won these ladies are playing for in season-long prize money. Good to see that the state of golf in South Korea is healthy and well. Now, Ina. Looks to be an okay lie in the right rough. That needs to just settle down, settle down. Okay. Just runs through the green. Going to be a pretty slippery chip for Ina. Drop back to the 11th. Her fellow rookie, Kwan Seo Yeon, is for birdie. Not going to break back from there, unfortunately, for Kwan Seo Yeon. Alongside Ina, this is Kim Min-ju. Just the one birdie on her card, coming at the par 5/8. 88 meters here. Oh, that's a chance to make it 2 birdies on the day and move her back to even par. It's the big difference. Coming out of the fairway, gets so much more spin control now. Come on, Hansol. One of the best tee shots we've seen today into 12. This for birdie. Get to 2 under par. To a share of 6th. Hits it, Hansol. No. Ah, that's frustrating. Still a nice clean scorecard. 26-year-old G. Hansol. He won. Just to get to that 2 under par mark. Beautifully done. Middle of the cup, never a doubt for Lee Yi-won. 3rd birdie of the day, within 3 of Im Jin-hee's target. Those slopes in winter, covered by snow. Yongpyong, a famous ski resort here. But in the Korean summer, it plays host to the KLPGA Tour. And this, the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Im Jin-hee still leads by 2. Not too much breeze to speak of wafting through Yongpyong this afternoon. It's a nice afternoon as far as when you think about the oppressive heat that you can get during the Korean summer. Just 26 degrees Celsius, lovely scoring conditions. Ina going along the best of the afternoon wave. It's a third shot to the short 13. Delicate touch displayed from Ina there. Couple of nice up and downs after that hole out for eagle at 11. Going to keep Ina within 2 shots of Jin Hee's clubhouse target. Back from just across the swale at 12 for Kwan Seo Yeon. Just kick left right about there, then feed down to the hole. Yeah, gets the pace stone dead. Well done, Kwan Seo Yeon. Jihan Sol on the short 13th with just a 3-wood out, playing for position. You find the fairway, you can attack in 2 with your second, I should say. Okay, first cut of rough, not too bad. Jihan Sol. Inju, brilliant second shot. Pop this one in. Yeah, well done. Gets back to level par for the 19-year-old rookie. Second birdie of the day. Best finish of the year, coming back at the Celtrion Queens to a certain Park Min-ji about a month ago. Now, Ewon from the correct side of the ridge, but still no easy putt. Big swing from the right. Tickle that one down the hill. Good effort. You wouldn't know she's a rookie looking at her. Carries herself very well on and off the golf course. And has got a heck of a golf game to boot. The young Lee Ewon. 2 under par. 3 strokes back. Sung Yoo Jin. Did she get something going here? We know this putt from Jihan Sol earlier. Great tee shot to this point. And it's a great birdie for Sung Yoo Jin. We'll see if that can spark a little run from the Lotte Ladies Open champion. Opens her account at the difficult par 3 12th. Go up to the 13th, and Lee So-mi just treading water at even par, but coming out of the fairway. Nice full yardage, 101 meters left. Carry it, 96, 1 hop and stop. Brilliantly played. Excellent shot from Lee So-mi. Have another look at this. She's one of the best on the KLPGA Tour, and she's showing her class there. Drew it up perfectly, executed well. And, ooh, this is a very mangy looking lie for Lee Chae-yeon in the left rough, almost rather be in the bunker. 95 meters left. She'll have to look at the first half of the green, try and land it there and let it release. That came out very soft. She's read it very nicely. I tell you what, that's well judged from a lie like that where so much can happen. She's played the right shot. She's given herself a look at a birdie. Just don't bite off more than you can chew. Perhaps some loose blades of grass getting down the back of the shirt. Jihan Sol. Sitting nicely in the first cut of rough. How much spin will she be able to apply? Not enough is the answer, but that's okay. A couple of good looks at birdie, and what you would have to say it'd be a given 3 for Lee So-mi at the 13th. Now back on the tee, Sung Yoo Jin. Coming off that deuce at the 12. Now back at 3 over. And got a 3 wood out on this 295-meter par 4. It's a nice swing, and it's a fairway found for Sung Yoo Jin. Never finished outside the top 30 on the money list at the end of the season. He's never finished better than 28th. She's 11th on the money list, courtesy of that nice paycheck after her victory. It's best. And he won. Driver here. It's an aggressive play. He's a terrific ball striker. If you get this one too far down, you're coming in with a little half wedge, so to speak, you're not going to get as much spin on it. Maybe she feels, well, this is the way to attack this hole. But the key is finding the short stuff. So did not hold back there, but she's watching that one anxiously. Oh, gets a nice kick forward. Anyhow, it's coming out of the rough. Let's see what her options are from the cabbage on the right side of the fairway. Pontio Young. Also going with Rewood. No problem. So 2 in the fairway. At the 13th for this afternoon's featured group. A couple of rookies and a lady who's already tasted victory this year on tour. Up on the green. Read the lie beautifully did Che Un. This one's got about, I would say, 3 feet of swing in it from the left. Good effort, really good effort for Lee Chae-yun too. Par for the 22-year-old. And up at the Mediheal Championship to Park Ji-young in the second event of the year. Let's check back in with Yoon Ina. He's got sand wedge again. 64 meters left at the 14th. Doesn't quite get the spin she was looking for. That's just the case, you know. She's only 11 meters closer than the yardage she holed out from back at the 11th. Just having to sort of soften up on it a bit, not getting quite as much action on the golf ball. Hansel. This still is a cup outside the right, but it is for a birdie to draw her to that 2 under par mark. Oh, well done. Got a great chance to slip away on 12. Not going to make that mistake 2 holes in a row. Ji Hansel piecing together a very productive Friday afternoon. Just through the green at the closing par 5. Choi Ye-rim also on that 2 under par mark. So 9th hole of the day, and look out! Choi Ye-rim, flag stick stops it, in it goes, and she'll turn in 3 under par 33. Well done, Choi Ye-rim. Do this with your eyes closed. Lee So-mi moves into red figures with a second birdie of the afternoon. Well played second shot, the simplest of tap-in birdie threes. Waiting back down in the fairways, the lady who played in the penultimate group on Sunday with Choi Rim at the Nexen St. Nine Masters, Kwan Seo Yeon. It's a big old target, this 13th green. It's almost 34 yards long in the pin. It's only cut 7 paces from the back edge. It's on a higher little shelf. You can see it right there. You just want to throw it past the top tier, onto the top tier, I should say, past where that shoulder is coming off the right bunker. You play it very much like Lee So-mi did. Play for that big first bounce. Trust that spin to grab it on the second. Anything in that upper right corner is a good look at birdie. Identical yardage to Lee So-mi, but that one sounded a little bit crisper. Just flew that a fraction too far. Still, not a bad shot from Kwan Seo Yeon. Ahead to 40. Yoon Ina to move into solo second and within one of the clubhouse target. Should just dive left at the hole. The left lip and does not drop for Yoon Ina. Perfect position here for Sung Yoo-jin. It's all about momentum. We see it week in, week out. First 11 holes, great birdie at 12. And now a bit unlucky there. Just didn't get the grab she was looking for. Releases on to the back edge. But it's a chance. Hold run from just a bit shorter than that on the previous hole. The 54-hole event, those 60 players and ties at the end of play Saturday evening. We'll continue on to the final round. Now E1, downhill lie in the right rough. There's a bunker shoulder on the right edge of the green that'll kick everything left. Just needs to slow down, get a little help from the back fringe perhaps? No. Okay. Guillaume up ahead on 16 from the right rough. 116 meters left for Park Guillaume. Gets that one to kick on and release nicely. Well played, Park Guillaume. 30th on the money list coming into this week. Ina to clean up for her par back at 40. Yep, nicely done. No problems at all. The weather has been kind to us this afternoon, and the course has been very good to Im Jin-hee, who despite a closing bogey at the 9th, her closing hole, signed for a 67 and continues to lead comfortably by 2 with her feet up in the clubhouse. Yi1 electing putter from the back fringe on 13. That's a good play. Only has about a foot and a half to negotiate before she hits the putting surface. Downhill from there. But a little bit of a misread. Yi1. Needed that to carry a touch. It's just about going to stay on top of that false front for Jihan Sol. No drop shots on the card for Han Sol. This for back-to-back birdies for Sung Yu Jin. Should just drift a fraction right. Good effort. That ball will remain above ground for Eugene. So me now on the 14th. Just look to land this, let's say, a yard or two past the ball of Jihan So. Seems in a bit of a collection area. 63 meters to go. Oh, that is tasty. Well played from Lee So-mi. Stay there. Stay there. Okay. Not bad at all for So-mi. Now, Kwon Seo-yeon with this to move her back to level par. Saw this from Chae-Yun's, but really wants to snake right that last 6-7 feet. Oh, hit that with authority and lucky to grab a piece of the cup. It's a good positive stroke. That's what you want to see. Park Gi-yeol to capitalize after that wonderful second shot on 16. Right edge putt, nice and positive. Well done. Good three for Park Gi-yeol, especially coming out of the rough, not able to control the spin, judged it to perfection. Well, she's 3 under par on the back nine, and up to 2 under for the championship. Fiddly one for E1. It's only about 3 feet away. It's one of those. It's a little bit downhill, and it's moving away from her. It's got to be committed to these. Okay, nicely holed with authority. Walks off the 13th with a par 4. Matching 4 from Kwon Seo-yeon, albeit 3 shots more on the day. Up to the 14th, and Jihan So first to putt for a birdie. Just at the very top of that little false front. We'll want to slide to her left, just about 15 feet. I don't think it moves that much right to left, Han Sol. Yeah. Misread from Han Sol. No damage done. No drop shots so far this opening round for Jihan Sol. 2 under par, only 3 shots back. Bogey-free round of the day recorded. That came from Lee Puem, 69 this morning. So-mi putting from the opposite side, coming up the hill, so she can be aggressive. Is to join Jihan Sol at 2 under. Like the pace. Back down the 14th tee. Eugene. One of the narrower driving holes here at Birch Hill. She's not shying away from the challenge. She's got the driver and she's watching this one anxiously. Oh, where's that gone? E1 hit driver back at 13. And she's got the heavy lumber out again here at 13. At 14, beg your pardon. Leaked the last tee shot out to the right. Can't really afford to do that here with the whole location and that big bunker very much in play right of the fairway. Have to look at the green side trap as her start line. That looks very tasty indeed. Picks that tee up quickly. She knows that's in a good spot. Position A1. Lee want. So fearless, the rookie, just a teenager. Which is a teenager with just over $300,000 in the bank account already in her young career. Kwon Seo-yeon rounding out the trio of drivers in this featured group. Oh, and that one's leaking right. Oh, heard some trees. Have we found it? He's asking the four caddy if that's safe. Don't know if they've gotten a response back yet. Kwon looks like she might be reaching for another ball. Indeed she is. Ooh, problems on the 14th for Kwon Seo-yeon. First ball in a spot of bother. So reloading a provisional off the tee. And if we can't find that first one, this is going to be her third shot. Again, this is a provisional tee shot for Kwon Seo-yeon on the 14th. That looked like it was hitting on a much better line. Indeed it is. It's perfect now. A bit of trouble for Kwon Seo-yeon. It was 320 meter par 4. How do we jump ahead to the 15th hole this here in 68 meter par 4. Pins cut in the front left section of the green, so the right half of the fairway is where you want to be to attack for your second shot, and it was a pretty big tee shot from Yoon Ina, 258 meters for the 18-year-old. And really, not much club in hand for a second here. The advantages of power. Can she capitalize? Try to hold that club face open, keep it square. Oh, and keep it square she did. Big advantage to have that much power at your disposal. Good spin control there. And E1, and okay. The good news for Kwon Seo-yeon is that first ball safe. The bad news is that's what she looks at when she sees the hole. She's got a gap. And she should be able to just chase something up to the front edge of the green. And with a lie like this, everything wants to... It's so easy for that toe to turn over and you just smother this left. Put the leaf. It should be okay. Yeah, that's well done. Good little bit of recovery wizardry from Kwon Seo-yeon. Eugene has found the fairway bunker on the right-hand side.
진짜 절반 이상 탑볼 나야 맞아. 그냥 약간 얇게
With a
맞아도
lofted club in
어차피
hand,
50
she should be
6도니까
far enough back from that lip
전혀 신경 안 써도
that
돼.
it's not going to bother her. If you clip these wedges out of bunkers, they come in with a lot of spin. So important to make sure she carries this past the hole. Ooh, stay there, stay there. That's the mistake. So it makes it difficult. You know you've got a lot of spin coming into an elevated green. Just trickles off that false front for Sung Yoo Jin. This would be picking up what would feel like a shot on the field to birdie 15 for Yoon Ina. One of the easiest putts you can leave yourself on this green to this pin. Good tee shot, great wedge shot. Can she capitalize to get within one of the lead? Just an outside right edge putt. No. Only a par for Yoon Ina. You blame my line reading for that. Perfect spot for Lee Won. Only 70 meters left. Expect this one to be dancing around the pin. Could get plenty of spin. Just pitching on that downslope. Took a little bit of spin off it. Still, not bad. Chance for a birdie. And a chance to move into that big group at 3 under par. Get up to the par 3 17th and check in on Madar Som. Good touch from long range from Dasom. Trails E1 by about 300 points on the rookie points list for 2022. Kwon Seo-yeon, the lady in third on that rookie of the points race. Up and over that steep rise, everything moving left. Well, if you told her that was going to be all she had left for par with that tee shot in the air, I think she would have taken it. Now Park Gi-yeol on 17, just past the pin. Not a bad spot to be putting from. Decent effort for Park Gi-yeol. So you can scratch a 3 off on the 17th. You're not going to be too disappointed. A nice round of golf from Gi-yeol. 3 under on an inward half after turning in 37. Just the par 5 18th to play. Eugene. Slow the first third, then everything moves downhill and hooks around to the left. Good for pace. Just past the pin. Looking at the putt of Sung Yoo Jin, you could be fooled into thinking that this putt doesn't have a lot of movement, but from the opposite side of this 14th green, she's almost standing on a slight slope, a slight mound that feeds in from the right edge of this green. So it will move, I'd say, a good foot and a half in the first half of the putt. Then it really straightens out once it starts to bottom out the flat part of the slope. This to get to 3 under. good effort. A bit disappointed that second shot wasn't a couple of feet closer. It's been another steady and assured opening round from the KLPGA Tour rookie. This would be a really solid 4 after a problematic tee shot for Kwan Seo Yeon. And a solid 4 it is. Slips it in the left edge. No problems. But still 1 over par. Had 6 top 10s last season. Did Sung Hoo Jin en route to finishing 28th on the money list. She's had 3 already this year. Okay, there's work to be done. Languishing back at 3 over here on day 1 at the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Up to 15 and Lee So-mi, long way back, coming out of the right rough. Can she get it to stop to this front hole location? Only 15 paces on the front. Need a little help from the flagstick. Could get a little help from the backstop. Watch this come down. Oh, well worked out from Lee So-mi. Excellent use of the contours of these greens. Lee So-mi get to 2 under par in just a bit. Hasn't been too much breeze to challenge the players this afternoon, but no one's enjoying the view from the top more than Im Jin Hee. Her 67 this morning leaves her leading by 2. one. Now on the 16th. Just coming out of the first cut of rough, but it's teed up nicely. 89 meters left. E1. As she looks solid over wedges today, that's another cracking shot and another really good look to get to 4 under par. Break out of the group at 3 under. Jihan Sol trying to join the group at 3 under. Just a bit unlucky on 15. All finishing up on that higher second level, so just having to touch this one down the hill as it races towards the cup for Han Sol. About all she could do from there. Really impossible to leave that, but short of the hole. So work to be done to keep the scorecard clean this Friday afternoon on the opening day at this McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. To see if it's still her turn, or is Lee So-mi going to have a hit perhaps? No, it's Lee Chae-yun 2. Film pro back in 2018. Lost her card at the end of her season last year, but got it back at Q School and has played some very nice golf through the first dozen events of 2022. 2 missed cuts coming at the season opener, and again at the Lotte Open. It pairs best in Cheongna. Just gone off the boiler fraction. Chae-yun now back at 2 over. Has to stay on that mark. Not to be. It's going to be a 4th drop shot of the afternoon. A 3rd drop shot of the back 9. It's coming unglued a bit. Is Lee Chae-yun 2. Lee So-mi, 23-year-old, 5-time titleist. She entered 2021 in 6th on the money list, just over 750 million Korean won, safely tucked away off the back of victory and a couple of very solid finishes. Has yet to miss a cut this year. Coming off a couple of solid top 5 finishes in her last 2 starts. Didn't play at Rainbow Hills at the Korea Women's Open. Was teeing it up at the LPGA Tour. Did finish 4th at Fortune Hills last week. Good look to get to 2 under par here. Just right edge. No, pulled that straight off the bat. I think she knows. This up ahead for Yoon Ina to claw within 1 of Im Jin-hee's target, with the par 5 18th and the long 17th to play. This for birdie after another sparkling wedge shot. Well done. That's a great 3 on 16, and it takes Yoon Ina within 1 of Im Jin-hee. Slow start, 2 over through 6, but she's hit the fast lane since. 6 under par in the 10 holes she's played since that slow start, and now within 1. Back to Han Sol for her part to stay clean on the day. Just a bit of a wipe with the putter face. 3-putt bogey, first drop shot of this opening round, and it slips Jihan Sol out of the top 10 back to 1 under. Soli also on that mark, with 3 holes remaining in this opening round at Birch Hill. E1 it's coming out of the first cut of rough. Oh no, right edge of the fairway, excuse me. Try and fire it straight at it, or use the backstop like Somi did. Elevated second shot from 137. Tugs that a fraction, but gets away with it. Just pin high, makeable chip. Perfect spot, middle of the fairway. And 21 left. It's on a very nice line. And a very nice result for Kwan Seo Yeon. Eugene. A couple of yards closer. Look at mental picture. And a decent shot. Oh, so Eugene trying to keep herself in it this opening round. 40 players teaming up at the start of play this morning at 7:30, with their eyes on the prize, 800 million Korean won prize purse. At the home hole, Park Ki-yeol looking to put the shine on what's been a very solid final 97 meters, but you saw from that graphic, plays uphill. Oh, Park Ki-yeol wouldn't know it. That's another sensational shot, and that's for an inward half of 32, which would tie the low back nine score of the day. And Jin Hee also returning a bogey-free 32 earlier this morning. Back to the penultimate hole, and the lady who's had the best of things this afternoon wave, Yoon Ina. Kidney-shaped par 3 green, holds just past midway, 25 on from the front, 12 from the left. There's a big bunker that the players will have to fly it over, guarding the front left section of the green. It's a 6-iron for Ina. Oh, looked a bit late to that one. Has she managed to save it at the bottom? I'd say she's done more than that. Excellent shot from Yoon Ina, pin high once again. It's all going well for her. 3 birdies to close the front 9. That hole out for eagle at 11. And up at 18. Hana having another poor day in 2022, but a chance to end with a birdie 4. No, not going to be. And even if that one goes in, how often you see Jang Hana, her name next to a 78. Really frustrating day, a poor season, birdieless on the day, comes home in 40, signs for a 78. Yikes. Well, E1's just nestled down a fraction, got to be careful, easy to let this get away from her. Weird kick in the fringe. Required for the E1 to remain 2 under par. to Yon. We've got a couple of good looks for birdie. It's going to be Eugen first. Similar line to E1's. We know the slope on this front and left portion of the green sort of works from back to front and left to right, so that would tell us this is going to be slightly downhill and just moving to the right at the end. It's a great chance to get another shot back. No, just not high enough for Sung Yoo Jin. She's given herself chances, she just hasn't been able to take them. It's sluggish this Friday afternoon. Well, a birdie from Yoon Ina now takes her within one of the clubhouse lead that was set this morning by Im Jin Hee. length par putts required to keep Lee Won at 2 under. And another one successfully negotiated for Lee Won. Eugene's damage was done on that upward half of 39. It's 4 over through 10. She's hanging tough though, still has 18 holes to play tomorrow. So much can happen on the golf course now. Kwon Seo-yeon to get back to level par. Yeah, nicely done. It's an ugly 6 at the 7th, but a birdie at 15. Moves her back to even, back inside the top 30. Catch up with Mardar Som on the par 5 18th with this right to lefter to finish her day in red figures. Stay up, stay up. Oh, just looked a little low off the putter face, but an even par round of 72 for one of the strong rookies making their debut on the KLPGA Tour in 2022. Han So down the 16th fairway. Uphill second shot. 14th in the money list. Not bad. Just past the pin. Outside look to recover the shot. She dropped back at 15. So let's have a look at the last of the par 4s here at Birch Hill. It's fairly straight away, 348 metres. Just peg that tee shot on that disused green. That's 245 metres to get to off the tee. Once you get it past the little apex of the dogleg, you play through some lovely tall birch and pine trees to a well-guarded green. Deep bunker short left shouldn't come into play with today's hole location. Plenty of humps and hollows around this green. Pin today cut 13 from the front and just 6 from the right edge. Shot out to the right. We're going to do that here. An even par. If you tug it a bit, you still have an angle to the green. You hit it too far up the right, you're going to be stymied, but that's fine for Kwon Seo-yeon. Now Giol for an inward half of 32 to post the 4th 69 of the day. Terrific. Beautiful inward half for Park Gi-yeol. Goes out in 37, home in 32. Signs for a 69. She is well placed after the opening round at the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Eugene. Let's get that one to just carry on a little bit. It will. Okay, alongside Kwon Seo-yeon. In the middle of this 16th fairway. You want, to no one's surprise, has got the driver once again. Ideal left half of the fairway. Good angle to the front right pin. Continues to impress the E1. This up on 17 is for Yun Ina to draw level with Im Jin Hee. Oh, I tell you what, that wasn't a million miles away. Another great roll from Lee Won. But a solid par 3, par 5 18th to come. Not out of the realm of possibility. She is going to be atop the leaderboard at the close of play today. Park Min-ji not in the field this week. 3-time winner already this season. Last week's winner, well, 638 million Korean won collected for last season's Order of Merit and Points List champion. You see there, Lee Won, the runaway Rookie of the Year points leader. Chae-un, slippery one on 16, just from the higher level. Almost has to skirt it along the left fringe here. Comes downhill right about there, moves hard to the right. How about this? Oh, Lee Chae-un. It's a funny old game, golf. Drop a couple of bogeys at some of the easy holes, and you can one from long range on the 16th. Lovely 3 for Lee Chae-un too. What Ji Han-sol would do to replicate that effort. Slightly easier putt for Han-sol. That's not a similar result. So to the top 10 in 2 of the major stat categories on the KLPGA Tour so far in 2022. Driving accuracy and the scoring average. 14th in greens in regulation, but well, just a touch over 30 putts around on average. I'm surprised where the leak in her game is. 40th in that stat category. Still 1 under par, no problems. Green is clear, and that's what Lee E1 sees. Middle of the fairways, no overhanging branches to contend with. You can pretty much fire straight at this one from 114. Watch that golf swing all day. It is poetry in motion, and it produces some very good golf shots. That's nicely done. Center of the green, pin high. Kwon Soo-young just about okay. Those overhanging branches. 9 iron from 110. And yep, that should stay there. A couple of good shots from Seo-yeon and Ewon. Yoo-jin has to play again. Couple yards closer than Seo-yeon. Just turn that over a touch. Still not bad. 3 decent birdie looks to come for this featured group here on our day 1 coverage from the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open, the 13th event in what promises to be a cracking 2022. Drop back to the 15th, and our first look today at Kim Hye-yoon 2. Second shot out of the right rough. Backstop in play, perhaps. Oh, come round. Oh, this could be good. This could be good. For Kim Hye-yoon 2. Wow. Nicely judged there. 17T and Lee So Mi. Okay, carried it all the way there. It's a popular spot, just past the pin. Trying to flirt with that bunker short left. Another methodical performance from Lee So Mi this afternoon. Just one under par. Just need to be lurking on Sunday afternoon. Jihan So. Imagine this would be a 6-iron, maybe even a 5-iron for the 26-year-old. Played every event so far this season on the KLPGA Tour. And missed 2 cuts. Certainly went after that one. That's going to finish just on the back left edge of the green. No problems for Hansel.
오늘 내려오는 기대하면 안 돼. 삼촌 먹어. 안 먹어. 먹을까?
Eugen, first crack at the 16th. Downhill, slightly right to left at the end. It is for a birdie. Come back. Oh, you're kidding. She has hit some good putts this back nine. And has gone away unrewarded pretty much every single time, save for that lovely 2 at the 12th. Now, to get back to even par, Kim Hye-yoon. Yeah, nicely done. Good use of the backstop. 4th birdie in her round. It's been a colourful scorecard, but most importantly, Kim Hye-yoon back to even. Lee won. Slightly different angle to Eugen's putt. She'll just drift right at the start, straighten up in the last 4 or 5 feet. Kept moving right, bit unlucky. Lee won. The impressive thing about her game is she doesn't seem to have made anything, but she's still 2 under par, up to 17. And Jihan So just putting from the very top of this shoulder on the back left of the green, just inside of 40 feet. Way to her right and down the hill. Take a chair, take a chair. That was such an assured performance. 15 holes for Jihan So. The first 14, I should say, before dropping a shot at 15. She's got that to avoid going back to even par. Now, Kwan Soo-yeon, a chance to get back into red figures. Oh, that one peels off left. So 3 decent looks at birdie on 16 for the featured group. Yield what you would think be 3 pars. So Mi ahead on 17. Slow putt coming up this slope for the first 10 feet, then it flattens out. Quite got the speed right there for So Mi. You want to tidy up for a 4 at the 16th. Okay, no mistakes for Lee Won. Just the one drop shot on the card. Well, let's head up to the par 5 18th and check out with the lady who is having the best afternoon of anyone on the golf course, Yun Ina. Let's lay up with her second shot. She's done a good job. Just in the right edge of the fairway. Found the narrowest portion of the fairway, but now playing into the setting sun. Just about 10 minutes past 5 p.m. local time at the Yongpyong Resort. 126 meters left to this elevated green. So Park Gi-yeol play a beauty from right about this range. Oh, it's going to get some help. Look out. Oh! You need some good breaks to win golf tournaments. That's probably one of the best we've seen today for Yun Ina. That one gets hung up. She's got no chance with that up and down. Instead, she's looking at, what's that, a 7-footer straight back uphill to match Im Jin Hee's 67 from this morning. She'll take it and run. Good break there for Yun Ina. Kim Min-ju back at 1 over par. Last to play into this closing par 5. A great little wedge from about this range back at the 13th. And she's dialed in again at the 18th. Lovely shot from Min-ju. Now Hansol to avoid dropping the second shot in 3 holes. And unfortunately for Ji Hansol, bulky putter strikes at the worst possible time. That's a second 3-putt of her day, and it's a 3-putt that drops Ji Hansol out of red figures. Not what you want to see if you're Lee So-mi, though this is a couple of feet shorter. Yeah, well done. Just a ho-hum 1 under par through 17 holes for Lee So-mi. Let's have a look at the final par 3, the penultimate hole at Birch Hill. 164 meters played from a slightly elevated tee box to a raised green that's guarded by a quintet of bunkers. Pin today, as I mentioned, 25 from the front, just 12 from the left. But hard to get it close. You see that bunker shoulder kicking everything that lands short of the pin away towards the back section of the green. Anything 20 feet right, that's a pretty good shot this opening round. Course, Birch Hill meanders through these tall pine and birch trees. 45 holes here at the Yongpyong Resort. This is the Championship 18. On Seo-yeon on the 17th tee. On a 5-iron, so looking right of the pin. Back edge is no problem. Oh, looking straight at it. It's just going to release through to the back of the green. That's fine for Kwon Seo-yeon. There's a wry smile. I think she knows she pulled that a fraction. No problems. Just through the 17th. So Jin, I think there should be a 6-iron for her. 5-iron as well. Releases through heavy rough, going to stop it from trickling into that bunker. But that's okay. The big mistake is that bunker short left of the green this afternoon.
다 치는데 백스윙 안 빨라졌는데?
Just had the win under her belt already. Came back in August last year on the Dream Tour at the Q Capital Partners Tournament. And up to finishing 5th on the Dream Tour money list. That's how she got her card for the 2022 KLPGA season. Time for E1. Lining this one up. Contact sounded good. And that's a pretty good result. Good spot for Lee E1. 20 feet, pin high right. Excellent stuff. From the 19-year-old KLPGA debutante. To 18, and hopefully the final stroke in the round of Kim Min-joo. At least a cup of break here. Doesn't look like she's allowing for enough. Needs to hit this hard. And she did. Good birdie at the last level par round of 72 for Kim Min-joo with that closing birdie. But for Yoon Ina, got a huge break. Caroming off the steep bank right of this 18th green. She's got this for a 5th birdie of the day to move into a share of the lead with Im Jin Hee after the opening round of play at the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. This for a 67. Something in the fans just putting Ina off, so reset, go through that routine, refocus. Pretty straight putt this. Anything just inside the right edge. Yeah, nicely done. Very good round of golf from Yoon Ina. 2 over par through 6, 7 under par for a closing 12. The second 67 of the day, and the 18-year-old joins Im Jin Hee in the tournament lead. What a round of golf from Yoon Ina. Let's head back out to the 16th and the third shot for Park So-hye. Some trouble off the tee. Some work to be done for Park. Oh, I say she's managed that. She's managed that brilliantly. There's a rare 3 from that position on the 16th. And Park So-hye take a bow. Third birdie of the day, moves inside the top 10. So a terrific closing birdie for Yoon Ina. Leaves the 18-year-old in the clubhouse with a matching 67. Im Jin Hee's got company at 5 under par. The pair are 2 shots clear of the chasing pack. So me at the closing par 5, 231 meters left. Imagine this should be a layup. Get past that bunker on the left-hand side, the fairway does open up a little bit. It's the 2 birdies collected so far on Friday. Be so me. The back of the 17th and Kwan Seo Yon. Pretty straightforward bump and run here. That sounded just a fraction heavy. Is it going to release out? Not quite. The contact she was looking for. Safe to say that at the conclusion of play today, 5 under par will be the target. Not many on the golf course who could impact that. Certainly not Sung Yu Jin with her struggles. That's just poor there. It was an awkward lie, but it wasn't that difficult. A chip shot for Sung Yu Jin. Pushing 8 shots off the base and a lot of ground to cover between ball and hole for a par at 17, up to 18, and Jihan Sol looks to be just coming out of the right rough. Not an easy shot, playing into a setting sun, uphill lie, ball slightly above her feet to a pin that's cut on the right section of a green that kicks right to left. Have I made my point enough? This one's no walk in the park from 106 for Hansel. Flip this one left. Yeah, that's not bad at all from Jihan So. A round that was cruising along so nicely, couple of late bogeys, now finds herself back at even. He won though with this to join the group at 3 under. Oh, that's unlucky. Grabbed a piece of it, doesn't drop. Good effort from Lee Won. It's going to be a 6th par in a row. I've seen it over the decades. The greats find a way to win with their B game. Lee Won certainly not firing on all cylinders just yet this week, and still only 3 shots back. Now, So Me. Flatter lie than the one that Jihan Sol had. Certainly a better angle. 72 meters left. Drill one in a little bit low. Flight a wedge. Oh, and that is brilliant from Lee So Mi. I think it's safe to say she's going to card a 2 under par 70 to open her account this week at the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Sung Yu Jin back at the 17th for a par 3. Not going to drop. And she'll give back the shot she picked up at the other par 3 on this 9. Slips back to 4 over to a share of 84th. Remember, top 60 in ties. Play the final round at the conclusion of play tomorrow afternoon. Kwan Seo Yon for par. Nicely holds. Great speed. Catches a piece of it. And escapes with a par after a clumsy pitch shot. Let's have a look at the closing hole here at Birch Hill, the 481-meter uphill par 5 18. It's one of the narrower fairways the players will have to negotiate. It just slides from left to right. You certainly don't want to be in that bunker at the left-hand side. Don't think you're going to see too many players attacking into. It's all about the layup here. You are too far back. The layup zone where that bunker is really pitches in quite narrow. If you can carry it past that bunker, the fairway does open up considerably, but you will be playing to an elevated green from what usually will be a slight uphill lie for your second shot. Third shot, beg your pardon. Today the pin cut right at the back corner of the green, 24 from the front and just 4 from the right.
왼쪽 끝으로.
Lee E1 on the tee. 2 under par. Does she have one more birdie in her? This one heading just a fraction left. Oh, it's going to find the secondary cut of rough. Much will depend on the lie, what kind of layout option E1 has. Best stroke play finish, a third place at Bears Best just over a month ago. Kwan Seo Yeon. Good display of golf from Seo Yeon today. Had some poor shots, recovered well. Only that double bogey on 7, the lone blemish on her card. 2 birdies to balance that one out, so she's even. Standing on this 18th tee. Caddy signaling right, but she gets away with it. Also, like E1, playing out of that second cut of rough. I mentioned E1's best stroke play finish. Third at Bears Best. This is the lady that bested the field that week at the Lotte Open, but she's 4 over par today, Sung Yoo Jin. Is the only player in the fairway at this closing par 5. Our featured group this afternoon. Going to need something special tomorrow if she wants to be in the picture Sunday afternoon, if she wants to have a tea time Sunday afternoon. Back to 17. Kim Hye-yoon. Just have to throw this through the fringe from this angle. Steady on. Yeah, well done from an awkward spot. Jihan Sol up ahead at the 18th green, putting through the shadows always makes it tricky to judge your depth perception, but it is a putt for birdie. It does swing a lot to her left. Yeah, well, it's going to be a nice stress-free par. And she'll feel like the round got away from her a touch over the closing couple of holes. Still even par. Very much in the picture. 36 holes to play. Now, after that delightful pitch in for birdie, back on the 16th, Park So here, looking for a more conventional approach here at the 17th, from just outside 30 feet.
Go.
Wow, oh, gosh, I gave that to her 2 feet out. Brilliant roll. Somehow slips by on the left edge. No problems. Been a good day for Park Seo here. Only drop shot of her day coming at the 11th. Currently 2 under for her round. Lee So-mi is to post that 2 under par round of 70. Only 3 birdies on the day for Lee So-mi. Couple of great wedge shots on the back 9. 5-time titleist signs for a 2 under par round of 70. Only 3 shots back. Back down the fairway we go. Jun Yi-sung. Looks to be a hybrid. She's trying to get it past that bunker we saw on the flyover. The fairway really does open out quite a bit. Yep, nicely placed. A very similar looking shot to what faced Lee So-mi earlier on. Should be hoping for an identical result. This looks to be a heavy lie for Lee Won. You see up all the left half of your screen. Will be Kwon first to play. Yeah, okay, most importantly, back out in play. Give yourself a chance. Not the ideal angle, but we'll be operating from the fairway. Now E1, heavy lie. Only iron in hand, so she's going to have a long third shot. Needs to make sure she'll be playing that from the fairway like Kwon Seo-yeon. Okay, job done there. Just short of that bunker. That's going to leave her about 135-meter shot to this tucked pin. Hansol for a 72. Leaked oil coming in. Jihan Sol at a 72 to start her chase for a third LPGA Tour title. Drop back to 17, and this par putt for Kim Hye-yoon. No mistakes. Jihan Sol level par inside the top 25. So, how far does Lee Yi-won have for a third shot into this closing par 5? The good news is, this far back, it's a fairly flat line. The bad news is, well, it's a long way away from Kwon Seo-yeon. 54 meters, plays another 5-6 meters uphill, and this is tugged. Okay. As we say in the business, on the dance floor, but not where the band is playing. Get a little help from the slope on the left edge of the green. It's fine. It's no gimme two putt for Kwon Seo-yeon. The one a little bit further up. Similar-ish lie. To get it close, you almost have to land it on the right fringe of the green, let it camber to the left. It's trying to chase up, not quite going to make it up there, but that's a good shot for Lee Yi-won. Sung Yoo-jin. All you have to do, back foot, try and flight a wedge in there. Oh, went after that one pretty hard. Should get a lot of spin. Yeah, just like that. Well played. So a chance to end her frustrating afternoon at Birch Hill with a closing birdie. Park back down on the tee. Currently 2 under par.
Okay, stop.
Caddy like checks it. She just wants to make sure. Okay, first cut of rough. No problems. 25-year-old Park. Currently sits 86th on the money list, just a shade under 30 million won banked. So finished better than 21st this year. That came at the season opener on Jeju Island. Up on the green, Kwon Seo-yeon. Cross-country effort for a birdie. She'll take a two-putt par, though. Oh, she'll definitely take it now. That was an abysmal effort from Kwon Seo-yeon. She got away with a clunky chip on 17. If she gets away by holding that near an 18, she'll be on cloud 9. So easily could have been a round of 74, 75 for Kwon Seo-yeon today. But the task is not complete yet. E1. Right to left swinger up the hill for a closing birdie. Doesn't have enough, but a rock solid opening round of 2 under par keeps the pole sitter in the Rookie of the Year points race within 3 shots of the pair at 5 under par. Lovely playing from Lee E1. Future she has ahead of her. Still just 19 years of age. Now, Kwon Seo-yeon. Always found it tricky putting through shadows. This for a level par round of 72. To beat Kwon Seo-yeon, just left herself too much work. Poor first putt did her in. Still 1 over par. Not disastrous. Provided she rolls that one in now. Come on, Eugene. Been a bit of a frustrating day. This would be a nice way to end for a birdie at the last and an opening 75. Just on the right edge, I think. If she starts this more than half a ball outside right, I don't think it's going to move back. Yeah, nice 4. Well, a poor start to the championship for Sung Yoo-jin, but a birdie on the last going to make her feel a little bit better heading into the second round tomorrow morning. Leading back down the fairway. Park So-hye. Pivotal to be playing out of the fairway to try to attack this green. Going to do just that. Okay, no problem for Park So-hye. Was right in the picture at the Celtrion Queens Masters a couple of weeks back. 77 in the final round. Took a lot of confidence from her performance that week. She's certainly making the most of good scoring conditions this afternoon. Up ahead of the green, Kwon Seo-yeon for a 1 over par round of 73. 73 it is for Kwon Seo-yeon, her only bogey of the day, if you don't count that double at 7. Well, could have been a lot worse, could have been a lot better. She'll have to settle for a 1 over par opening round of 73 here at Birch Hill. Well, Im Jin Hee set the pace this morning. 6 under par playing the last. Dropped a shot at her 9th and closing hole, but a 67 led the way for most of the afternoon. Looking to add to that title she picked up at the BC Card Han Kyung Ladies Cup last year. Just over 53 weeks ago, in fact. Lee Ga-young, well, she lost in a playoff to Kim Hae-rim 12 months ago at this very championship. Ga-young still seeking her first KLPGA Tour title. Opened with a 2 under par 70. Right in the picture, only 3 shots back. Yoon Ina was the story of the afternoon. The 18-year-old rookie going 7 under par in her final 12 holes to join Im Jin Hee on that 5 under par mark after a 67 in the afternoon wave. The play starts to wind down this Friday evening. Park So here making her way up the closing par 5. It's a bit of a trek all the way uphill to the clubhouse. It's a good workout walking around Birch Hill. So many courses in South Korea on the side of a hill, lots of elevation changes, lots of slope to negotiate, and Park has managed them quite well so far this opening day. That is her final task of the day, that back right hole location on this par 5 18th green, just 4 paces from the right edge. And we've seen it is possible to get it close. It takes a very good shot though, especially with everything kicking from right to left. Playing partners not really kicking on too well, although Kim Hye-yoon is level par. But a bit of a hanging lie, a bit of a rare downhill lie on the backside of one of the slopes, left edge of this 18th. That's going to flight the ball down slightly, and maybe being this far back, she could afford to land this about 20 feet short. It should release up and over that rise that caught Lee Yi-won's ball. It's a good looking swing. And that is a well played shot from Kim Hye-yoon. Okay. A chance to finish in red figures after being 3 over par in her first 6 holes. Out of the right rough for Kim Woo-jung. Not able to recover after going 4 over in her first 7. Spliced a pair of birdies and a pair of bogeys since, and this is not where you want to be coming to this 18th hole from. Right rough, back right pin. And the problems continue just through the green. Kim Woo-jung currently 4 over par. So here only has 2 rounds in the 60s so far in 2022. Birdie at the last, so you could make it 3. Still going to take a good shot from the 25-year-old Park. You see there, ball slightly above her feet, so it's going to promote a little draw spin. Hard to hold it, given the contour and the slope of this 18th green. Flirt with the right edge of this putting surface, so she's going to look out 15-20 feet left. took it on. She's played a pretty good shot right alongside Kim Hye-yoon on this closing green. Well, it's been a good afternoon of golf here at Birch. Let's get to some highlights, starting with Yoon Ina. Well, she entertained us all throughout our coverage this afternoon. Was 2 over par at this point, but rolled in a birdie there at the 7th to get one of those shots back. Found another at the par 5/8, and then how about this from long range, this side-winding putt to close out her front 9 in 35 strokes. 3 birdies in a row for Yoon Ina to turn in 35. Just had to settle for a par at the 10th despite being green high and 2, and then the shot of the day, 75 meters left, sand wedge in hand at the 11th. Take a bow, Yoon Ina spun it back, dropped it in for an eagle 2, and all of a sudden Ina had it to 3 under and within 2 of Im Jin Hee's target. High fives all around. Not to be outdone, couple groups ahead was Park Gi-yeol sitting 30th on the money list, looking to collect some more cash this week, and if putts like that continue to drop for Gi-yeol, well, don't be surprised if she improves. That birdie at 14 got her to 1 under par. Ina. And at 16. Out of the right rough from 116 meters, so tricky to judge how the ball's going to react. It's safe to say Park Gi-yeol judged it very nicely indeed. That was to set up a 3rd birdie of her inward half. A birdie she would collect to get her to 2 under par. At the same hole, Yoon Ina, first cut of rough, 89 meters left, played some wonderful wedge shots, couldn't convert the putts. Wasn't going to make that mistake again on the 16th. Simply delightful to leave herself that to get within 1 and break out of the group at 3 under. We saw some delightful shots into the 18th, starting with Park Gi-yeol. Only 1 round, or 1-9 I should say, of 32 in the morning wave coming from Im Jin Hee. Park Gi-yeol, simply sensational with wedge in hand. Made it only the 2nd inward half of 32 recorded Friday afternoon. An opening 69 for the former KLPGA Tour titleist. And Yoon Ina, well, she had some great shots today. She had some loose ones. This one was a bit of both. 3rd shot to the 18th, leaked it out to the right, got a huge kick off the bank, almost went in for a 3, but it left her in a great spot for a 67 to match Im Jin Hee at 5 under par. Yoon Ina, Im Jin Hee, they share the lead after 1 round here at the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Well, Choi Ye-rim went out in 33 after a chip-in at the 18th. Bogeyed her first hole to start the back 9. She's clawed a couple back and now gets it to within 1 of the lead with just 2 holes to play, including the par 5/8. There might be 3 at the top in just a couple of moments. Park So-hye first with this for birdie. Nope, not high enough. Certainly not hard enough. Tentative stroke there for Park So-hye. And she'll happily take an opening round of 2 under par 70. But that is the state of affairs as play winds down here on day 1 of this 54-hole championship. Im Jin Hee and Yoon Ina setting the pace with a pair of 67s to leave them 1 shot clear of Choi Ye-rim, who still has 2 holes to play. Park Gi-yeol with that great inward half of 32. Leads the group at 3 under par. And the lady who came up a shot short last year, Lee Ga-young, a further shot back. Well, that'll just about do it from our opening round coverage here at the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. We hope you've enjoyed yourselves from beautiful Yongpyong Resort at the Birch Hill Golf Course. This is Timothy Lowe saying we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for day 2 action from the McCol Mona Park Ladies Open. Bye-bye for now.